Hi guys, I know it's been a while and a lot's been going on, so this is more of just like a catch-up video. Basically, we stopped training, I think in November. Basically, we had our annual horse health check and the vet noticed some swelling and heat coming from Carrie's hind left fetlock. We weren't really sure how long it had been going on for. I hadn't noticed it before. So that meant that from that point on she couldn't really work. So we did 2 weeks of bute. There was no difference. There was still warmth there, a bit of swelling. It was very up and down, but she did a lot of running around. Anyway, she got a bit spooky for a couple of days because some stuff was going on in the neighbourhood. So yeah, she didn't change anything. The vet came back out, not for the same reason. It was to sort out some documentation for Donkey. But she checked Carrie's leg again. It was still warm, still swollen. So we decided to do an ice pack twice a day for 2 weeks and then give her like 6 weeks rest. There was no real change again. The ice pack did reduce the swelling, reduce the heat, but it still fluctuated, and it got to the point that honestly I was just thinking it would be better to just get an x-ray, see what was going on. So we did that in December, and it was a bit tricky because of lockdown. So we had the vet come round to do a lameness examination, and what was interesting was she initially said in the previous visits that Carrie appeared to be a little bit lame, which is something I heard before, but it was never really an issue, and I don't work with her to the point that it would cause any further injuries. But I just decided to, go for the x-ray. Let's finally get to the bottom of it. And we took her out on the road because the field was a bit slippy, and she said, oh, well, Carrie doesn't appear to be lame anymore. That's interesting. Now here's my theory with that. Basically, Carrie had an injury a few years back where she cut herself on some barbed wire. I never worked with her enough during that time, because I was at uni, to rehabilitate her properly. Now, she had weaker muscle on that leg, so we started gently a year or two ago. But I think she doesn't use that leg as well as she should. But not because there's an issue, just because there was a long period of time that she just got used to not using it. Now, I think that's what leads to that lameness. And she's also quite lazy, so she doesn't trot properly. Now, being on the road, she was more excited, therefore she was using her muscles properly and tracking up and not lame. So then we stressed the joints, and the vet decided there was a little bit on the one side that she didn't trot as properly. So we came back into the field and did this. They're not steroid injections. The nerve blockers. So she injected that into her hock joint, not her fetlock. From that point, they waited for it to kick in and then did another series of trotting, and Carrie appeared to not be lame at all anymore. So deciding it was the hock joint, they did an x-ray of the hock and didn't really find as much as they'd hoped. And she was overweight for a couple of years. The beginnings of arthritis. Do a lot of work. Now, really, that's not necessarily a number of years, because she is 14, she's going to be 15. So it makes sense that she's got the beginnings of arthritis. Now, thankfully, it's not a huge problem. Started her on some supplements, and for now, we're just walking, which is why there's no videos. There's not really a lot I can do because it's all in-hand walking. I'm probably not going to start any proper exercise until about February time. So the videos might be sporadic, it depends if we can get to do other things, but what I don't want to do is something mentally challenging that can be done in a walk, but that she panics and starts galloping around. Even when they're in hand walking, she's spooked a few times, bucked around a bit. She even bolted, or tried to bolt at one point. I had the lunge line, so managed to hold on to her. But basically that's it. I just thought I'd give a little quick update of what's been going on, why there's been no videos. And I'll try and do a few. Maybe start something with Donkey because we're getting his fitness up now. I thought to do it simultaneously. But I can only increase the walking time 5 minutes a week. So we're on 20-25 minutes now. And I won't really start anything more intensive like trotting until we're at the 45-50 minute mark, so it's obviously a few weeks away. But thanks for listening. Please subscribe if you are interested in seeing our progress when we start again, and see you next time.